Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Swapna and this is the first chapter of consumer behavior and sales management, that is introduction and determinants of a consumer behavior. Let us see what is the meaning of a customers and a consumers. Generally, in a daily routine, we are using these two words similarly, but the concepts are not similar. The customers and the consumers, both concepts are different. See, a customer is the individual, business, or the organization which a customer is the individual, business, or organization which buys the offering from the seller via a financial transaction or a monetary exchange. The customer is the buyer of the offering. Hence, the customer means who buys the product. And the consumer means a consumer is an individual who is the end user of the product or the service offered by a business. Let us see the consumer's role. The first is the initiator. The consumers determine the products or the services they need, whether they are shopping for themselves, friends, family members, or a business client. Hence, they are the initiator. They are playing role as an initiator. The second is an influencer. The many factors affects on the consumer. Hence, he plays role as an influencer also. Consumers looking to their family, friends, colleagues for the opinions for making a purchases. Hence, the referral opinion is also affects on the consumer's behavior. The next is a decider. Consumers who assume the role of a decider have the financial authority to decide whether a good or service can be purchased. परचेसिंग के लिए अथॉरिटी होनी ज़रूरी है, मतलब उनको वो राइट होने चाहिए फॉर द परचेसिंग एंड उनके पास मनी भी होना ज़रूरी है. See, the next one is a buyer. The consumers purchases product and the services with their money. Hence, the consumers plays role as a buyer also. The next is the user. The consumers that typically use the product they buy unless they make the purchase for a family member, friends or colleague. Regardless of who make the purchase, the user is the person who ultimately consumes the good or a service that purchased by the buyer. Simply said, a customer is a buying goods. They are the customers, and the consumers, those are buying the products and using the products, that is a consumers. The next concept is a consumerism. Consumerism is the organized form of efforts from a different individuals, groups, governments and a various related organization which helps to protect the consumer from unfair practices and to safeguard their rights. See the definition. Consumerism is concerned with the protecting consumers from all organization with which there is exchange relationship. It encompasses the state of activities of government, business, independent organization and a concern consumers that are designed to protect the right of a consumers. Here are some importance of consumerism. Consumerism helps to stop the unfair trade practices. It is helpful for providing a complete and a latest information. It's a discouraging to the anti-social activities. It's the implementation of a consumer protection laws and it is a protect against exploitation. The next concept is a demarketing. The demarketing means the marketing basically refers to when a company discourages its customers to buy the product produced by them. It's because of a shortage of supply want to promote their other products and the company is not having so much profit it with the sale of that product. In short, the demarketing means the companies discourage to the customers for a buying. They are not encouraging in their marketing for buying, but here they are the discouraging. It's due to the shortage of product and it's due to the loss of the company. See the definition. Discouraging customers in a general or a certain class of customers in particular on either a temporary or a permanent basis. The demarketing may be adopted because of the multiple reasons. The first is the supply cannot meet the demand. The second, the resources, especially natural resources, must be conserved. The cost of advertising for the product is extremely high. Inadequate or absent distribution channel because of a price of selling in a particular locality is extremely high and save the consumer from a potential harm such as from alcohol or a tobacco. The next concept is a culture. A culture is that complex, the whole which includes a knowledge, beliefs, arts, laws, morals, customs, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by a humans as a members of society. The culture, the influences, the pattern of living, of consumerism, of decision making by individuals. It has a certain characteristics and it's transmit from one generation to the another generation. So let us see the characteristics of a culture is divided into three parts: ideological system, technological system and organizational system. The first is the ideological system, a mental system consisting of ideas, beliefs, values and ways of reasoning that may be a good or a bad, that is ideological. Then a technological system, it is consist of skills, techniques or skill and techniques to produce. The next is a organizational system. A family and a social class coordinates their behavior. Hence, we can say a culture forms a boundary within which an individual thinks and acts. When the one thinks and acts beyond these boundaries, he is adopting a cross-cultural behavior, and there are cross-cultural influences as well. Let us see the next concept. It's a subculture. Every society is composed of a smaller subunits, the homogeneous within and a heterogeneous outside, all which when put together make a complex society. Such subunits form a subgroups are known as a subculture. Let us see the types of subculture. The important subculture categories are a nationality, geographical location, a religion, a race, and a caste, gender, and age. The first is a nationality. A subculture could be based on a nationality. The national wise, the language, customs, traditions are the changing. The second is a religion. People also exhibit the differences when it comes to the certain religious that they belong to, the Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikh, Parsi, etc. So their behavior is also the changing, or their culture may be a changing. The next is a gender, male and female. These are the subgroups. Then the age, like kids, teenagers, adults. Okay, these may be a gender groups. Sorry, these may be a age subcultures or the subunits or subgroups. The next is a social class. A social class is an open group of individuals within a similar social rank. The social class influences people's spending, saving, and credit practices. The social class is a three-tier approach that includes a rich, the middle class, and the poor. The next, the next concept is a reference group. A group is a group of people whom you refer to while making buying decisions. They help you in buying items like clothing. References groups are considered as social influence in consumer purchasing. जैसे हम क्लोथ्स परचेस करने के लिए जाते हैं, तब मे बी हम हमारे रिलेटिव्स का, हमारे फ्रेंड्स का ओपिनियन लेते हैं, तो फिर वो जो रिलेटिव्स हैं, वो फ्रेंड्स हैं, या कोई भी हमें वो रेफर करते हैं कि आप ऐसा ले लो, वैसा ले लो, तो फिर वो कौन होते हैं? रेफरेंस ग्रुप. Thank you.